Hey, how about you bitches?
Please like and comment on this video and subscribe to the AWF Network here on YouTube for more AWF content, and don't forget to hit that fucking bell for notifications anytime content is posted.
That's right, I'm a crack addict. You heard me, I'm a crack addict. I'm addicted to cracking skulls with one static. It's time to panic. I'm addicted to cracking skulls with one static. It's time to panic. I'm addicted to cracking skulls with one static.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CyberSlam. My name is Philip Ontario, and I am being joined by Antoine Princeton.
Philip, thank you for having me here for CyberSlam. It's going to be a hell of a night, hell of a show. So much on the line, titles, pride, and more.
Absolutely. Several championships to be decided tonight across Uprising and Superstar Mayhem. And we're kicking it off with a big one, folks. The AWF Championship is on the line in our opening contest.
Here comes a man who earned this opportunity by winning King of the Ring. He is the world's greatest everything, Kevin Cross.
That's right, you said that he earned it, and he did back at the King of the Ring, won the King of the Ring tournament. Granted, some people would say under controversial means, but regardless of however people may feel about that, Kevin Cross, he did win the King of the Ring. He's been very successful since coming here to the AWF. He's been a champion around the world. He's been a champion in other places. He wants to be a champion here. He has the chance against John Blackos. John Blackos has been AWF champion since Glory Days 5, but tonight could prove to be his biggest challenge yet.
This could very well be Kevin Cross's night. We could open the show, kick off the show with a new AWF champion.
Absolutely. One thing seeing Kevin Cross not afraid to use those brass knucks as long as he's able to get away with it. We even saw on Uprising a few weeks back he used them on John Blackos. Will he pull them out tonight? We're going to find out. Here comes the champion, John Blackos.
John Blackos, the reigning AWF Superstar of the Year, has been on a hell of a roll. Former Call Stars champion. At one point, he held the Call Stars Championship and the AWF Championship at the same time.
That's right.
Quite frankly. Sorry, Ron Phillip.
You're right, John Blacklist. I mean, since winning that championship, he's been on top of the world. You know, he has a lot of success outside the AWF, but it's his success here in the AWF that people have taken note to. John Blacklist, some would say he may be the face of the company right now. He had that big challenge against AJ Young, back to the King. He walked out of that still the AWF champion. You know, he's only a man. Can he get through this one? Can he get past the world's greatest everything? It is a nickname, but it's a nickname he's backed up before.
Kevin Cross, a well-traveled performer, and we always say this, but could John Blacklist be handing that AWF championship over for the very last time? Is Kevin Cross looking into his future? It's the AWF championship match, kicking things off here at SiberSlam.
Absolutely. Let's also note here, John Blacklist, if he had it his way, this would have been a battle of respect. He has a lot of respect for Kevin Cross. That's what he wanted. He said he's been waiting for this match for a long time. But Kevin Cross, not interested in that. He changed the dynamic. So John Blacklist willing to change on the dime, and he's going to bring the fight to Kevin Cross.
And bringing the fight to Kevin Cross, he is indeed, as he sends Kevin Cross over the top rope to the outside. We're going to see a blind Frenchman.
Diving right on to Cross. What a way to kick things off here at SiberSlam. But folks, it's very important to note here, this is not a no disqualification matchup. Kevin Cross, if he wants to win the championship, he's got to win it in the ring. He's got to pin or submit John Blacklist to walk out of here the new world champion.
Indeed he does. You gotta imagine John Blacklist not trying to get a cheap win. He doesn't want this to end by countout or disqualification. He wants to beat Kevin Cross the right way, beat him decisively. But he might be close to not having that happen if he doesn't get back in the ring.
Look at that, Kevin Cross. He gets back in the ring, and like I just said, he can't win this match by countout. He can't just leave John Blacklist out there and get a countout victory. He's got to break the count. He's got to get the win in the ring. John Blacklist doesn't. But you mentioned his pride as champion. I don't see John Blacklist letting that happen. Blacklist, you notice there, good ring awareness. He was close to the bottom rope, was able to get his leg on the bottom rope. But Cross now moving Blacklist to the center of the ring.
He's got that single leg camel clutch locked in. Can Kevin Cross put John Blacklist away early? And now the Frenchman is out.
Oh man, big super kick by the AWF champion.
And now Blacklist sends Cross into the corner. Gives him chop for troubles, 2 chops. Sends him into the opposite corner. And just punishing Kevin Cross.
Drop kick there by the champion. One thing we should also note here, you know, both competitors are are traveled competitors. They've been around the world. Kevin Cross, though, these days more focused here in the AWF. John Blacklist, he's in a lot of different places. He's won championships around the world, which is great, but it makes you wonder, is his mind in the right place? Does he have too much going on? What's his body? What's the condition of his body? And, you know, Kevin Cross may be looking to take advantage of that.
And it is very plausible that John Blacklist has too much going on. He's been probably the MVP of the AWF over the last year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Kevin Cross is a Hurricane Rana. Kevin Cross, a very well-traveled performer, like you said, finding his home in the AWF. But that King of the Ring victory, it puts focus, laser focus on the AWF Championship. If I'm not mistaken, the last 3 King of the Ring winners have gone on to win the AWF Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a big success rate when it comes to King of the Ring winners going on to win the AWF Championship here at SiberSlam, which, you know, in most situations, you usually think the advantage is with the champion because they are the champion. But when it comes to King of the Ring and SiberSlam, the advantage may be with the challenger here.
I mean, when you think about King of the Ring, it's Kevin Cross hits a stunner from the top rope. When you think about the King of the Ring, the challenger. Wait, hang on. Kevin Cross going for the pin on John Blackos. And John Blackos out at 2. When you talk about King of the Ring, you know, those competitors are going up against championship caliber, if not former championship level performers. That gives you a lot of, you know, practice for an AWF championship match, so to speak.
Absolutely. I mean, if you think back at our history here, previous King of the Ring winners, Evan Rockville, he won the King of the Ring. He went on to win the AWF Championship. You know, you think back to Danny Hardy, he won the King of the Ring. He went on to win the AWF Championship. Steven Syntax was able to do so.
And like you said, major success rate when it comes to King of the Ring. But not success with that moonsault.
Oh, wait, hold on. Does he have him here? 2? Only a 2 count after that Rainmaker. Also, folks, just even our last year, the last King of the Ring, Sean O'Connor, he went on to CyberSlam to win the AWF Championship. There's just a high... The odds are in the favor of Kevin Cross. People just... The King of the Ring winner just is that test that proves who's going to be the next guy in this business. And right now, it could be Kevin Cross, as he has the submission hold locked in. Final Requiem locked in on John Blackos.
John Blackos in a precarious position. That Final Requiem is cinched in tight. John Blackos could tap or he could fade. But instead, he has Kevin Cross off of his feet and gets out of the Final Requiem.
Able to get out, and John Blackos hits a super kick.
Now Blackos sending Cross back into the corner. Has him pursed up on the top rope. Oh, this does not look good for Kevin Cross, and it actually is not looking good for the champion as the champion gets sent back to the floor.
Cross now cover. Does he have him here? Only a 2 count.
World's greatest frog splash didn't get the job done. Kevin Cross looking to hand John Blackos his second CyberSlam loss in a row. But you make an argument.
Go ahead. I was just going to say that this is our first of 6 championship matches here tonight, folks, across Uprising and Superstar Mayhem.
John Blackos with that diving crossbody to the outside. Yes, John Blackos' last CyberSlam, he lost against the Alex Enterprise. But you could argue John Blackos has evolved so much as a competitor since then.
Absolutely. You know, obviously that was a tough night for John, but he went on. He won the Royal Rumble. He went to Glory Days. He won the AWF Championship. And he's been the guy since. A lot of growth since last year's CyberSlam. Look at this!
Cantor suplex on the entrance ramp, and Kevin Cross is going to need a chiropractor sooner rather than later. But both men would do good to pay attention to the count, because the referee is at 6, and John Blackos just launches Kevin Cross back up the ramp, and the count is at 7.
And John won't stop. Capture suplexes all night long, but John, he heard the count. He's heading towards the ring.
And John Blackos might very well win this match by count. Wait a minute.
He broke the count.
Look, from an honor perspective, I can understand what John Blackos did. But, oh, what a super kick. But to my point, that gave Kevin Cross way too much time to recuperate.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I knew John Blackos, his pride as a champion wasn't going to let him win this match by count. He could have. But, you know, obviously he made the mistake there. He put too much separation between him and Kevin Cross. Gave Cross a little bit of time to get back on his feet. And now look, the direction of this match has changed. And it's an AWF Championship match, folks. All it takes is one opportunity, and this one could be over.
Indeed, as John Blackos nearly avoided certain danger with that pile driver. And now again, both competitors need to pay attention to the count. John Blackos with the elbow to the back of the head.
Seems like even though Kevin Cross was able to pick up that advantage there, maybe those capture suplexes taking a toll on the strength of Kevin Cross in this one.
Kevin Cross hits another super kick. And yeah, those capture suplexes, one right after the other, definitely took a toll. But not enough of a toll for Kevin Cross to not be able to hit the final Requiem. It's locked back in.
He's got it locked in. John Blackos has nowhere to go. We may be seeing a new champion crowned here at CyberSlam.
And John Blackos again managing to fight his way out of the final Requiem.
Able to find some way out of it. And now Wade John hits the SOS.
SOS. Will we see the champion retain? And not yet. Oh, but John's not done.
He's going to have to find a way to put the challenger down, the king of the ring. John's got a lot of big moves in his arsenal. It's just a matter of what he can do and what's going to be the most effective in this matchup. Oh my goodness, springboard moonsault there by the champion.
This time managing to land it, and he's not done. Going back up to the high rent district.
Oh my god, he wasn't able to land that. The 450 splash not connecting.
John Blackos might have went to the well too many times. That is why, folks, they call it high risk, as now the challenger is back in control of this matchup. And doesn't look good for the champion.
Oh my god, Crisis Cutter.
Crisis Cutter. Will we see a new AWF champion? And no.
A move that's been very successful for Kevin Cross over the years. Not enough to win him the AWF Championship.
And that's not just a move that has won Kevin Cross multiple matches. It's a move that has won Kevin Cross multiple titles.
That's right. He's going to have to do more to put John Blackos down. And it looks like he's intent on doing that. Oh, but he missed that moonsault attempt.
And now John Blackos spinning Kevin Cross out. And that missed moonsault might just be what the champion needs to turn the tables.
Big springboard forearm by the champion. John Blackos back in the driver's seat. Maybe looking to put this one away.
Well, Hotshot gets the challenger down. And John Blackos, is he going to go for that 450 again?
Cross, he was able to get to his feet, but John Blackos was able to change his plans there, hit the big clothesline from the top.
Now John Blackos. Oh, knee right to the face.
Hit the FBC fatal brain casualty, but not enough.
FBC didn't get the 1, 2, 3 this time, and both challengers at this point, both competitors at this point have hit their finishing maneuvers. But John Blackos going right back up top. Are we going to see 450 again?
And he's got something in mind here. Uh-oh. Wait, Cross. He caught him.
This does not look good for the champion.
Dropped him with that spinning sidewalk slam. Knee to the face. John's up.
Kevin Cross misses with the forearm, but gets him. And now, DDT.
Cross has got to capitalize here. He has the champion in a great position, but he's got to find a way to put him away.
swinging neck breaker. Now we're going to see Crisis Cutter again, potentially, and instead we get a knee to the face.
Champion is down, Cross. He's calling for Blackos to get to his feet.
And we see Crisis. Oh! And again, another bicycle knee. Champion Butthead missing teeth. 1, 2, and no!
Only a 2 count. John Blackos is still in this fight.
So our 15 minutes of exhilarating action. We've seen the FBC, we've seen the Crisis Cutter, but we have not seen a decisive finish to this match. And oh, wait a minute! Kevin Cross has the brass knucks!
And I don't think the referee knows for sure what he used there, but we've seen Cross use the brass knucks before, and that trick may get him the AWF Championship.
Oh, and he has the final Requiem. No.
He's got it locked in, but the damage may already be done.
Not this way. John Blackos is out cold. There's no way. There is absolutely no way.
And the referee may have to call this. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
You gotta be kidding me.
Somehow, with whatever was left to John Blackos, he was able to get out of that position, and now the champion back on his feet, fired up.
John Blackos might have gotten his bell rung with those brass knucks, but it's a different kind of bell that matters at the end of the day. The bell that decides who is the AWF champion.
Oh my goodness, he just dropped him with the people's elbow.
Paris elbow to Kevin Cross. And are we gonna see it?
And down he goes into the cover. 2, 3. John Blackos retains the AWF Championship.
I do not know where John Blackos managed to muster the strength. He got a clear shot of brass knucks to the face. But at the end of the day, he is still your AWF champion.
What an opening contest here at CyberSlam. Kevin Cross, he gave it his all. He hit his best shots. So one of those shots with brass knuckles. But it was not enough to win the championship. John Blackos still stands at the top of Uprising as AWF World Champion. He's celebrating here, and he's got every right to.
He does. He's the first champion in AWF history to retain at CyberSlam against a King of the Ring winner.
Well, these fans are on their feet for John Blackos. And you know what? If things continue the way they are, John Blackos may be AWF champion for a long time to come.
John Blackos soaking up every bit of this victory. Well-deserved, hard-fought, well-earned from the champion, the Frenchman, John Blackos.
Oh, wait, what the hell?
Oh no.
Ready or not.
Are they here?
Come.
Oh my god, the Disciples are in the ring!
Disciple Death Drop.
Oh man, there's Grindstone in the ring as well.
John Blackos might have put away the King of the Ring winner, but he forgot about the $1 million champion, and there's a missed.
Oh my god, big punt kick to the head. Grindstone won the $1 million championship in Uprising 100. And he may be not, it looks like he's not wasting any time. He's sending his message to the champion.
He is calling his shot.
When John wakes up from his coma, I want someone to show him this footage to remind him of the kind of violence and brutality to expect in our championship match at the Royal Rumble, courtesy of that Killer Clan motherfucking prophecy.
Well, you heard it. Brian Stone cashing in the $1 Million Championship at the Royal Rumble. He's going after John Blackman's AWF Championship.
Brian Stone wasting absolutely no time calling his shot. You gotta believe John Blackos isn't gonna take this line down.
Guess there is no one to blame. We're leaving ground. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. Oh, the final countdown.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at CyberSlam. Now time for our first matchup on the Superstar Mayhem side of the card, which will be for the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
And here comes the challenger, the Crash Poet, Alex James.
Alex James has a big opportunity here tonight. He has seen success here in the AWF in the tag team division. Part of Gen Z, him and Connor Green, they were the tag team champions. In fact, back at Carnage is when they lost those tag team titles. But along the way, Alex James started to impress a lot of people, picking up big singles victories, earned his right to challenge for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Also, back at Carnage, we saw a new Junior Heavyweight Champion crowned in Jeffrey Albritton. He defeated Aether, and now he is the champion. Although Jeffrey Albritton has been doing his fair share of creating enemies over these last couple of weeks, he is the Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he has a big challenge here. So we're going to find out if he is going to be able to back up all that he's been talking these last few weeks.
This could very well be Alex James's night. We didn't get a new champion in the opener, but that momentum could very well swing the challenger's way with a victory on behalf of the Crash Poet. But Jeffrey Albritton, you did mention he has made some enemies as part of the
Oh yeah, I know. I don't like saying it either.
But nonetheless, you gotta give Jeffrey Albritton credit. He has made a lot of strides over the last few years, and I think he's reached his apex so far in the AWF.
Also, let's take a note here. Jeffrey Albritton not alone here tonight. Don Martin joining him to the ring here tonight.
Don Martin has already proved beneficial for that paternal collective of individuals. The stuff he pulled on Uprising 100 was nothing short of an atrocity, and of course he played an integral part in the main event of Superstar Mayhem Pain for Pride Edition.
Absolutely, obviously, Albritton, JMI, Bobby Mitchell, two other champions on Superstar Mayhem who will be defending their titles tonight. They are aligned together. Unfortunately, they are known as the Daddies,
The
for those that are
Paternal Group of
new.
Individuals.
Yeah, they're sick, and what they've been doing is they've been trying to take control of Superstar Mayhem, and then now they have a new piece in Don Martin, who sold his soul to join these guys, and now we have this matchup. Although, look, to talk about the elephant in the room, there has been one enemy of Jeffrey Albritton that isn't supposed to be here, but it has found his way here, and that's J-Crack. I don't know if he's here tonight. For Jeffrey's sake, you better hope he's not.
Indeed, but for this immediate match, Don Martin being at ringside, you gotta imagine that plays into the mind and the psyche of the challenger. And jeez, moonsault to the champion.
Very impressive there by the challenger, Alex James. I'm sure Alex James would love to do this on his own, win this matchup, hopefully have no one get involved, including Don Martin. But Don Martin's been here for a long time. We know what he's willing to do, and we know what Jeffrey Albritton is willing to allow.
Indeed, when it comes to the Paternal Group of Individuals, as Jeffrey Albritton goes for the pin. And no, when it comes to the Paternal Group of Individuals, you gotta expect interference, because if you don't, oh my God! Jeffrey Albritton just turned Alex James inside out with that foot stomp.
Look at this, he's got him up. Oh my good God, into the cover. This one might already be over. Only a 2 count. Look, say what you want about Jeffrey Albritton. A lot of people have said a lot of things, whether it be about his attitude, his hygiene, or whatever, but he is damn impressive in that ring.
Indeed, he is wasting no time making an impression. And just a point of getting his head kicked off. And rebound Larry.
Albritton continuing on his success. You mentioned it earlier. I don't think it's controversial to say at all. Jeffrey Albritton, I think he's at his very best today here on Superstar Mayhem. What we've seen over these last couple of months is the best we've seen of Jeffrey Albritton throughout his whole career.
I mean, Jeffrey Albritton, again, he is performing at such a high level lately. He's received world championship matches. He has been in the spotlight. It is just a matter of beating Alex James here tonight and cementing his position as the very best in the junior heavyweight division.
Alex James now on the top rope, waiting for Albritton to get to his feet. Big punch from the top rope takes Albritton down, and Alex James got to continue on there. He's fired up though.
Indeed, but he cannot let his emotions get the better of him in this match. The Junior Heavyweight Championship is on the line. So much at stake in this contest. Jeffrey Albritton, the first of 3 Paternal Group of Individuals to be defending their titles tonight.
Look at this. He rolled right into the ring, hit the neck breaker. I would have gone for the cover there, but Alex James said going to the top rope. Impressive corkscrew body splash there by the challenger.
Will it do it? And no.
One thing that we should note here, and we've noted it in previous junior heavyweight championship matches, is the list of individuals that have held the junior heavyweight championship and what they have gone on to do is a very impressive list. You think of AJ Young, you think of Brandon Wolf, you think of Ben Hopkins, you think of Matt Black, you think of all these names. It's an impressive group of individuals. Obviously, Jeffrey Albritton hoping that he can do that and achieve even more success. But Alex James, he's aware of that. He wants that for himself, and he believes that starts with the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Jeffrey Albritton, the 8th Junior Heavyweight Champion in AWF history. 4 former Junior Heavyweight Championship winners have gone on to win either the Call All-Stars or the AWF Championship. Such a historic lineage of champions.
Absolutely. I mean, we mentioned one of those individuals, Ben Hopkins, who's going to be in action in our main event tonight, challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. He's got a checkered history with Alex James. They're going to be going one-on-one at Call All-Stars this year. They've had a few issues on Superstar Mayhem, but right now it's one-on-one. Junior Heavyweight Championship, and hopefully it stays that way.
Indeed, and another junior heavyweight champion, or former junior heavyweight champion, I should say, AJ Young, will be in action later on tonight, challenging for the Extreme Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Absolutely. A lot of people looking forward to that one, myself included. It's going to be a big matchup, folks. We've got a lot of big championship matches here tonight. Right now in this one, Jeffrey Albritton, while there was a moment there where things were looking good for the challenger, Albritton has shifted the momentum back into his corner. You know, I think there's a lot of people who, while they're impressed by Albritton, they might be doubting him. If he's able to find a way to pick up a victory here tonight and do it, especially on his own, I think he's going to impress a lot of people.
I agree, but again, there's that presence of Don Martin at ringside. You can never be too sure with the fraternal group of individuals.
Oh my God, there's that technique. Down goes the challenger.
And don't sweat the technique. Oh, there's a triangle choke.
He's got it locked in. I've noticed that Jeffrey Albritton has been targeting the arm of Alex James. You can see he has that gripped as he has the triangle choke locked in.
And hyperextend that arm and cut off Alex James's oxygen flow. But Alex James manages to power out.
Just enough, but you can see the damage has been done.
Alex James with a suplex, trying to get his wits about him after that submission hold.
Oh my God, there's the brainbuster by Alex James. Can he capitalize though?
That is the question here for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. What does Alex James have in store next? And a series of strikes. Oh, and placing his full body weight onto the chest of Jeffrey Albritton.
And now onto the top rope. What's he looking to do?
He's looking to do some damage here. This is a flying crossbody that did not look like it connected all the way.
He didn't get all of it. He got enough to take Jeffrey Albritton down, but he didn't get the full impact of it. And Alex James has got to be aware of that. Oh my good God! Beat the hell out of him.
And he might have knocked Jeffrey Albritton out, but not enough for the 3 count. The Crash Force swept Jeffrey Albritton, the champion, from under his feet. What is he going for next?
Just threw him to the outside. Albritton out on the floor, but Alex James following to the outside.
We got a flying poet.
This crowd on their feet here. So Alex James took the big dive over the top, but he's got to get him in the ring. He's got to roll him back in there, capitalize, and try and win the Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Indeed, in our last championship match, we saw both competitors take full advantage of the count. Alex James opting to get Jeffrey Albritton back in the ring as quickly as possible.
Look at this, he's got Last Stanza locked in. Last Stanza locked in, and Albritton, it looks like he's got nowhere to go.
This does not look good for the Junior Heavyweight Champion. Alex James has that move locked in, and Jeffrey Albritton in intense pain. Oh, it looked like Alex James let up for a little bit, and Jeffrey took advantage.
Able to hit the Pele kick.
And Don Martin, what a symbol of trust. Wait a minute. A little double underhook there. And there's 2. A double arm DDT to follow up. Don Martin there, you got to commend the trust in Don Martin not interfering when it looked like Jeffrey Albritton was in danger, trusting his guy in this match. But as I say that,
yeah, I think you spoke a little too soon there. Albritton giving the word to Don Martin. Oh, geez, we've seen this before. Jeffrey Albritton, no stranger to that shovel.
looking to bury a poet tonight, but the referee doing the wise thing, getting that out of Albritton's hands.
Yeah, it's not a no DQ match. Hey, wait, hold on. We asked if he was here. J-Crack is here.
MDJ! And he's attacking Don Martin with that shovel.
Now James is up on his feet. Oh man, Albritton in trouble. Poetry's end. He drops the champion.
And can we see a new junior heavyweight champion? And yes, we can.
Jeffrey Albritton tried to go back to the shovel. He's used it before on J-Crack. He used it on Alex James. He's going to do the same here. But the referee put a stop to it. J-Crack put a stop to Don Martin. And now we have a new junior heavyweight champion. The Crash Poet, Alex James, has done it.
Alex James started the season as a tag team champion, this time winning singles gold here at CyberSlam.
Well, congratulations to Alex James, well earned. He is now a singles champion. But you gotta believe J-Crack, he's not gonna stop until he gets his fight with Jeffrey Albritton.
J-Crack definitely has his sights set on a fraternal group of individuals, and there will be more held at back.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at CyberSlam. You've seen two championship matches to kick off the show. Now back on the Uprising side of things. This one's not about championships. It's about a personal issue that's been developing over the last several weeks as we await the arrival of the show, Damian Valentine and the Savage, Jamal Benton.
This is one of two matches on this card that are not involving a championship and up. What the hell does Jamal Bedlam have on?
Oh jeez. Well, it looks like he is trying to play some mind games here, directed towards the Punisher Fisk.
Of course, Fisk, a known Buffalo Bills fan. And Jamal Bedlam seems to think that he indeed is the GOAT. And also wearing that Fisk mask.
That's the big question here, because Jamal Bedlam on Uprising 100, he pondered the question: Is Fisk still the Punisher? Obviously, we haven't seen Fisk in an AWF ring since Glory Days in the World Heavyweight Championship match. That's when we found out Fisk, Luke Andrews, one and the same. Since then, he went back to being Luke Andrews, being the general manager of Uprising, promising not to bring out the Punisher until it was dragged out of him by those two men. And then it was asked by this tag team partner tonight, James Needham, to be his partner in this matchup. But Jamal Bedlam wonders, maybe the Punisher doesn't exist anymore. Maybe it is just the mask. Maybe that monster does not exist.
Jamal Bedlam might be making a grave mistake underestimating Fisk. Regardless of his recent identity crisis, so to speak, Fisk is still a Grand Slam champion. And like you said, Philip, the last match that we saw Fisk in was in the main event of Glory Days. So if that doesn't go to show how accomplished of a competitor and how dangerous of a competitor Fisk can be, quite frankly, I don't know what will.
That's an excellent point. Let's also note here, James Needham, while he's new to the AWF, he's been around and been very successful around the world. Was trying to become King of the Ring back at the King of the Ring, and ever since then, he's been at a crossroads with Bedlam and Valentine. Now he has a chance at retribution, and he has a little bit of backup this time in the Punisher. Now we await the arrival of the former World Heavyweight Champion. There's the familiar music. We haven't heard it in quite a while, and there he is.
The Punisher. More updated appearance than he had last time we saw him, but it is indeed Fisk in the flesh.
No suits, no dancing, no silliness. The Punisher is back. Maybe for only one night only, here at CyberSlam, and he's looking to get his hands on Jamal Bedlam and Damian Valentine. This crowd's on their feet. Fisk is back here in the AWF.
Indeed he is. Like you said, the Punisher would love nothing more than to get his hands on Jamal Bedlam, probably exacerbated by that Patriots jersey and the sheer disrespect shown by wearing the traditional Fisk mask.
Well, I hope for Jamal Bedlam's sake that he is prepared. You know, Fisk, say what you want about him, he's a tough son of a bitch. You do not want to piss him off.
Not at all. But Damian Valentine just pissed off James Needham. Because James Needham with serious strikes, even caught Jamal Bedlam a little bit.
Yeah, whereas it looks like we're going to have to wait to see Bedlam or Fisk in this one, starting things off here with Valentine and James Needham. We've seen them go at it in singles action on Uprising. In fact, James Needham was able to pick up a victory, but it was after that match where Jamal Bedlam, he attacked James Needham. And that was the crux of everything, because that's when Luke Andrews came to the ring and tried to put a stop to this, and he was attacked by Jamal Bedlam. And then we started to see a little bit of Fisk was still in there.
Indeed. And oh, come on.
Well, cameraman didn't need to give that shot.
Right, like this is a fan. Who do you have working on the broadcast team? Who works on the broadcast team here? Why was that allowed?
This is a family show.
Indeed. At least for now.
You know, we Damian Valentine now on the receiving end of a German suplex. Likes to show off. Thinks very, very, very highly of himself.
I mean, it's worked out for him, but you know, in this match, there's a lot of variables at play. Of course, there's a X factor in this match, which is clearly Fisk. He hasn't seen action in a while, but he's returning with a partner that he hasn't really teamed up with before against a former tag team championship winning tandem in Damian Valentine and the likely soon to be tagged in Jamal Bedlam.
Yeah, that's a great point as these two guys go in there with a double shoulder block. Former World Tag Team Champions. They've been very impressive since they came together here in the AWF. And Fisk and James Needham, I mean, they not only have they never teamed before, but they seemingly don't have really much of a friendship or relationship besides their common bond of disliking their opponents.
Indeed. Now Jamal Bedlam has James Needham by the arm. And oh my goodness, just twisting the arm, slamming it right against the mat.
Oh boy, Needham in trouble on the receiving end of that gut wrench slam. And notice just a moment ago, Bedlam was getting in the face of Fisk, was taunting him. And you got to believe all these shots are supposed to be directed towards Fisk, but now Needham fighting back.
It is, but Jamal Bedlam with the kick. I think he might have went a little low there, but the referee obviously saw nothing out of the ordinary and hits Uranagi.
They need him. He's crawling. He's trying to crawl to Fisk.
Jamal Bedlam stopping him dead in his tracks. And planting his chest right against the mat, directly in front of Fisk, sending a strong message.
Big vicious power bomb there by Bedlam.
Bedlam almost, putting James Needham in prime position to tag in Fisk, baiting Fisk, but then tagging in Damian Valentine.
Yeah, I got to say, and it most likely is the point that you mentioned. Bedlam and Valentine, their strategy has worked here. I don't know what strategy that is, but I guess everything's going okay, so do what you want.
Let's isolate Needham, a little bit of hip gyration. Isolate Needham, a little more gyration.
Look, I'm not one of substance. I'm usually one that I think you just got to do what you got to do in the ring. But I guess if it's working, you do what you want. You want to shake your hips, you want to do what you want as long as it works.
It seems to be working well for Damian Valentine and Jamal Bedlam right now. But Damian Valentine needs to pay attention.
Oh, here
and the
we
tag
go.
is into the Punisher.
Fisk is now in this matchup. And now things aren't looking good for Valentine Bedlam.
You see the clear worry on the face of Jamal Bedlam. His fist hits a pump handle knee.
It was not that long ago, back at Claw All-Stars last year, Fisk went one-on-one with Damian Valentine in that matchup. Fisk was able to pick up the victory. Ever since then, that seemingly is what has started all of this and has led to tonight.
Fisk making his third appearance at SiberSlam as he hits a DDT on his former Call Stars opponent. Fisk making his third appearance at SiberSlam. He has wrestled here for the Internet Championship in the past. He has wrestled here for the Tag Team Championship in the past. The Extreme Championship in the past. But here tonight at SiberSlam, he is wrestling for bragging rights and his pride.
Absolutely. I know Fisk made a promise when he became the general manager of Uprising he wasn't going to do this again, but you can only take so much as he hits that big choke slam.
Now will the choke slam do it against Damian Valentine? Damian Valentine out too, and you bring up a valid point. Jamal Bedlam and Damian Valentine kept poking the bear, poking the Punisher, if you will. Fisk had to stand up for himself. Fisk had to maybe go against his word one time just to shut these two up. Uh-oh.
He's looking to hit it. Here it is. Oh, he missed the Superman punch.
Damian Valentine got a little bit out of the way at the right time. There's a float over DDT. Gotta imagine. And imagination is reality. Here comes Jamal Bedlam.
And this is what I think a lot of people have been waiting to see. Bedlam and Fisk going face to face in the middle of the ring.
Oh, these two hosses getting ready to square off. Jamal Bedlam throwing the first shots. There's three. Fisk with the kick to the stomach.
These guys collide, these two big giants colliding together, exchanging shots, but Fisk now delivering those shots. But now Bedlam taking it back to the Punisher.
You gotta imagine, although James Needham isn't really excited to see his tag team partner taking punishment, no pun intended, he has to be happy that he's getting a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, because he has been getting worked over in this match by Damian Valentine and Jamal Bedlam.
Absolutely, and again, hits a headbutt. Headbutt effective in taking Jamal Bedlam down. And folks, that's not a sight that we always see. Jamal Bedlam, usually the bigger competitor in most matches, not tonight.
And Jamal Bedlam, despite that, is no stranger to a hospital. We've seen him square up against the biggest and the baddest that Call Wrestling has had to offer, and come out on the winning side more often than not.
That's a great point. Look at this. Bunch of shots to Fisk, taking him down to a knee.
Oh, there's a knee right to the head of Fisk.
Oh my God!
Gut wrench power bomb, but will that do it? And Fisk is out at 1.
Very impressive feat there by the Savage, but Fisk, I guess maybe there might be a bit more of the Punisher left in him than Jamal Bedlam thought.
Jamal Bedlam trying to beat every last bit of the Punisher out of Fisk. And looks like a chokeslam Uranagi maneuver, but will that do it? And no.
This time getting a 2. He's getting closer, but Fisk is still in this. But now Bedlam, he's frustrated. He's pissed off, taking the fight to Fisk.
Jamal Bedlam definitely losing his patience. He wants to spoil the return of the Punisher, be the man to put the Punisher away once and for all.
Stomping the hell out of Fisk. Oh wait, Fisk back up on his feet.
There's a boot right to the face for good measure. Damian Valentine begging for the tag from Jamal Bedlam, but Jamal Bedlam seems to not know what country he's in.
Off the rope, there's the big boy senton by Fisk.
Jamal Bedlam wiping his feet. Jeez, what a knee.
Very impressive there by Fisk, hitting I think the GTH, the go to hell, which I'm sure he has wanted to tell Jamal Bedlam for quite a while.
Indeed, Jamal Bedlam has been getting beaten from pillar to post the last couple minutes or so. Buffalo Senton once again.
Bedlam is down, Fisk looking down. You gotta wonder what he has in mind here, just stomping the hell out of him.
See the worry on the face of Damian Valentine, and we're gonna get some Superman punch action momentarily. And this time Fisk hits it.
Hit the big Superman punch. Bedlam is down, and now Fisk goes in for the cover.
But Jamal Bedlam kicking out at 2, Fisk beside himself. Now Jamal Bedlam very slowly to his feet, and wisely tagging in his partner Damian Valentine.
Yeah, it looks like Jamal Bedlam doesn't want any more of Fisk at the moment. Getting the hell out of there, and he's maybe having a little bit of a disagreement.
I would disagree with somebody gyrating their hips in front of me too.
Well, Fisk got no issue with that. He'll take the fight to Damian Valentine.
One-handed chokeslam isolating Damian Valentine from his partner. And Jamal Bedlam begging and pleading for the tag as Damian Valentine is looking and realizes he is in the absolute wrong corner. And Superman punch.
Oh, here we go. Fisk got Damian up.
GG's.
John Floyd connects.
Making the tag into James Needham here.
And look at Fisk going after Bedlam.
Oh, he wants a piece of Bedlam, and this doesn't look good. What's up, ball?
Oh my God! Fisk diving over to the outside, taking out him and Bedlam.
And that leaves Damian Valentine right for the picking from James Needham.
Big pile driver. Valentine is down. Into the cover. And James Needham picks up the victory for his team here at SiverSlam.
Fisk had Damian Valentine dead to rights, but instead made the tag to James Needham so he could get more of a piece of Jamal Bedlam. And something tells me that story is far from over, but for tonight, James Needham and Fisk are your winners.
Absolutely. And at least for one night only, the Punisher, Fisk, standing tall here at SiverSlam. I don't know what's next. I assume we'll see Luke Andrews on Uprising. But this could be the final time. If it is, what a night it was for Fisk. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at SiverSlam. Folks, we have a lot of championship matches. We saw our first non-title matchup, and now we have our second over here. This one part is Superstar Mayhem, as here comes Walter Scott.
The OGFG is in the building, but what condition is he in after Superstar Mayhem?
That's an excellent question. You know, we saw on Superstar Mayhem, he was chokeslammed off the stage to the floor. He was taken to the hospital, but apparently he was cleared to compete. He's going to be competing here tonight. Maybe he was barely cleared to compete.
Walter Scott has been not uncharacteristically for Walter Scott. He's always been aggressive, but we have seen few competitors take the fight to Kobe Vincent the way that Walter Scott has, but that could prove costly depending on the extent of his injuries here at SiverSlam.
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, I don't think Walter Scott's going to be apologizing for his aggressive behavior when this one's over.
Also, Phil, do you mind if I do the honors on this one?
You go right ahead.
Vincent Mob assemble, because SiverSlam, we have a problem.
I'm sure that's very familiar for you over in DZW, where we saw Kobe Vincent on the rise up, dominate Danger Zone Wrestling.
Indeed he did. Kobe Vincent, yet to be pinned, yet to be submitted throughout his entire tenure in Call Wrestling, but that could very well change tonight. Like I said earlier, very few competitors have jumped on the offense with Kobe Vincent the way Walter Scott has. Walter Scott has not shied away from a fight with Kobe Vincent. So Kobe Vincent will need to might even be the more tame of the competitors in this match, if I'm being honest with you, which is scary to think.
It is scary to think. You know, this all started last year, back at Call All-Stars. Obviously, Kobe Vincent, he had his issues with a friend of Walter Scott in Jamal Bedlam. We saw them cross paths in the Call All-Stars Royal Rumble match at Call All-Stars 14. Walter Scott, he got involved. He helped out Jamal Bedlam, because look at Kobe Vincent. It's usually not a fight that one man can handle on his own. And now we see Kobe Vincent has found his way over to the AWF, and right away he went right after Walter Scott. But Walter Scott, he's not like most. Most would have said, "All right, I hear you. I'm gonna walk away." Walter Scott's not walking away. He keeps bringing the fight to the problem.
And that is likely what he's going to have to do in this no disqualification match. Walter Scott has to continue being aggressive, which is usually counterproductive when it comes to fighting Kobe Vincent. But there's so much power in that punch, in those elbows. Walter Scott needs to hit hard and hit early.
He keeps laying in the shots there. He is trying to take the fight to Kobe Vincent here. Just look at the difference between the shots that Walter Scott lands and the shots that Kobe Vincent lands.
Walter Scott definitely more of the technical striker. Kobe Vincent probably packs more power in each punch. So Walter Scott really does have to... Jesus Christ, Kobe Vincent knocks Walter Scott with a big right hand. Walter Scott has to pull some volume plays here with this strikes as Kobe Vincent tosses him to the other side of the ring.
Well, folks, if this match continues like this, I don't think it's going to last very long.
I mean, Kobe Vincent, you mentioned earlier, Kobe Vincent in that Call All-Stars Rumble threw around two-time Call All-Stars Tag Team Champions like they were nothing.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. He was able to... in fact, if it was a tag team match, he didn't even need a tag team partner in that one. And I really believe right there, you know, look, I don't know Kobe Vincent. I don't know what his mentality is, but maybe that was a mercy pin there. That was, hey, look, this is your chance to end it early, and Walter Scott's going to keep on fighting here.
Indeed, no quit for the OGFG. As you see those textbook rapid-fire strikes from Kobe Vincent, taking the air out of Walter Scott's lungs, and now just kicking him directly in his ribs, in his face. It's just continuing to punish Walter Scott.
Walter Scott, he looks like he is in a world of pain right now.
Indeed, looking like Mac Jones in an early regular season game as Kobe Vincent trying to submit Walter Scott with that bear hug.
Walter now, elbows, trying to find his way out of it and able to get out of the bear hug.
See Walter Scott knocking Kobe Vincent right out of the ring with that elbow. The problem might be out cold.
Oh my
God. And
God.
a frog splash.
He was able to hit that great Scott elbow and follow it up with the frog splash. But the problem is, besides Kobe Vincent, the problem is that he went to the outside. He's got to get him in the ring. It's no DQ, but it's not false count anywhere.
Now Walter Scott going for the pin on Kobe Vincent. 1, 2, and the problem is out at 2.
Walter Scott, who has a high success rate with that great Scott elbow. Most times he hits that, it's done. It's over. But he didn't account for the big man falling to the outside.
No, he did not. But to paraphrase Martellus Bennett, 6'9" killing machines can get knocked out too. And Walter Scott might prove that here tonight. Kobe Vincent is big, he is bad, but he can very well still be knocked out.
Very well could, and Walter Scott looking to try and do that. Oh my goodness, big kick to the face, down goes Vincent.
Single leg drop kick might do it. but not at this point in time, as Walter Scott wondering what else he possibly needs to do. Kobe Vincent slow to his feet.
Oh my goodness. Off the ropes, hits that Hurricane Rana.
Now just strike after strike in the corner. Notice Walter Scott hasn't taken a lot of time to showboat in this match. He's wasted very little time going on the offense. And what an adjustment mid-air with that moonsault.
Walter now, like you said, he's not wasting any movements here on the top rope. He's waiting for Vincent to get to his feet.
I think that one little bit of time, that 1 millisecond that he wasted made all the difference. And now Kobe Vincent dropping him with the sidewalk slam. Kobe Vincent has inflicted a lot of punishment on the back of Walter Scott. With that bear hug, the choke slam off the stage. I imagine that has taken some of the wind out of Walter Scott's sails.
Absolutely. Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
Like a damn truck ran into him.
Walter Scott just got hit by 15 Aaron Donalds.
And look, he is somehow still getting to his feet. Now Kobe Vincent's got him up. Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
I think he's done. I think the referee needs to call this.
Kobe Vincent very well may have just broken Walter Scott in half, launching him not only out of the ring, but through the announce table.
Kobe Vincent standing tall after he destroyed Walter Scott. Very impressive with his work. I don't know if Walter Scott's going to be able to continue in this one. Wait, hold on. Wait, there's Jamal Bedlam.
Oh, man. Kobe Vincent, you may not want to turn around. Jamal Bedlam with a sledgehammer to the gut.
We already saw Jamal Bedlam earlier on, but we mentioned he also has issues with Kobe Vincent, trying to even the odds here. Savage Cyclone onto the hammer.
And this might be the opening that Walter Scott needs. Jamal Bedlam giving the assist to his East Coast Connection partner.
Walter Scott, who's been out cold through all of that.
Again, this very well might be the opening that he needs. Walter Scott sees Kobe Vincent down and out, but look at him moving gingerly back to the ring. Could have moved with urgency even if he was physically capable, which he does not seem to be. But one more GSC might do this. Or sledgehammer.
Oh, that sledgehammer, Jamal Bedlam, he left it in the ring. Walter Scott, he said, all right, I'll use it.
And now going right after the right arm of Kobe Vincent with that sledgehammer. So Walter Scott still moving gingerly.
Oh, again, using it. You know, most people maybe didn't think Walter Scott had a chance, but maybe just now he does. Only a 2.
And keep in mind, this kick out was after a Savage Cyclone, multiple hits with a sledgehammer, and Kobe Vincent is still somehow getting to his feet.
Oh, and again with the sledgehammer.
And wait a minute, what the hell?
Is that Adam Jackpot?
There ain't no what?
He just took the sledgehammer out of Walter Scott's hands.
Oh,
what the hell is he doing here?
Walter, you might want to turn around.
Oh no. Walter Scott now on the receiving end from these headbutts.
Philip, I have no clue what the hell Adam Jackpot is doing here.
Your guess is as good as mine. We saw Adam Jackpot. He lost in his Callisters Championship match. I don't know why he's here, but I guess for Kobe Vincent's sake, it's a good thing he is here.
I don't know, maybe he wanted beef with the other member of 3G. But Kobe V looks to be in prime position to win this match as he hits the choke slam.
Now, you gotta think Kobe Vincent could be setting up to put this one away for good.
And Vincent kick.
Now into the cover, that's gotta do it.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Kobe Vincent picks up the victory over Walter Scott in this no disqualification matchup that saw a lot of twists and turns.
We saw Jamal Bedlam interfere on Walter Scott's behalf. We saw Walter Scott get thrown like a Pat Mahomes touchdown.
And folks, welcome back here at CyberSlam. We're about to see the Internet Championship decided between both halves of the Call All-Stars Tag Team Champions.
Both of these men have a big Call All-Stars tag title defense coming up against the ECC at Call All-Stars 15. But here tonight, they are opponents.
Absolutely. At the King of the Ring, Zay Steele. He came very close to winning the King of the Ring and would have been challenging for the AWF Championship tonight. But Kevin Cross, able to use those brass knucks, walked out with the victory. But Zay Steele didn't take that very well. He wanted, he thought he got screwed over. He thought he deserved an opportunity. So Luke Andrews said, all right, I hear you. How about we do an Internet Championship match? And that led to Malik Brown, who is the Internet Champion, being an interesting challenger for Mr. Steele. As you can see, Zay Steele is wearing his Sovereign Death Machine attire that we see that they usually wear when they're in their Call All-Stars Tag Team Championship matches.
It could be Zay Steele playing a little mind games here with his friend, his tag team partner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing we have seen is, we haven't seen them, all hell break loose. We saw them team up, defend those Call All-Stars World Tag Team Championships back in Uprising 99. They defeated Sean Riley and Matt Black. We've seen them get along, although they did exchange a few words at Uprising 100. Malik Brown saying that he was looking forward to this match and that he thought it was going to be a really good contest. Zay Steele said, well, all right, we're friends. When that bell rings, I'm going to destroy you.
And I don't think the Determination Machine would want it any other way.
Yeah, I think you're right. As now we wait the arrival of the Internet Champion, two-time Internet Champion. And there he is, Malik Brown.
Malik Brown, one of the most decorated performers in our industry. The Determination Machine, record two-time Internet Champion. But could he be losing it against a man he will have to go into battle soon with for the Call Stars tag titles?
He very well could. Malik Brown, he made his way to the AWF shortly before our last CyberSlam event. It was on that night that he challenged then World Heavyweight Champion AJ Young, and he fell short on that night. Now, here at this year's CyberSlam, walking in as a champion, will he be able to walk out still the champion?
Hey, Malik Brown was a technicality away from winning the AWF World Heavyweight Championship from AJ Young. Here tonight, he's defending the Internet Championship. Championship, you could argue, he has raised the prestige of comparable to the AWF Championship or the AWF World Heavyweight Championship.
Absolutely, I think that's a great point. You know, Malik Brown, he is a highly accomplished competitor. He's won so many championships around the world. He's former BWU World Heavyweight Champion. He's won the Call All-Stars Rumble. He's won half the Call All-Stars Tag Team Champions, in addition to all the other championships he's won. And that championship right there, the Internet Championship, which he won back at Glory Days, and then came over to Uprising, and he's held it high. It's been a big prize that a lot of people wanted to take from Malik Brown, including his tag team partner.
And Malik Brown sending a clear message. As of this moment, there rises Isaiah Steele with an elbow right to the face. And Malik Brown just pretty much showing that it isn't phasing him. A lot of jaw-jacking.
I think that's the dynamic there. Steele, you know, he's saying, hey, look, I'm going to bring the fight to you. And Malik Brown is not letting it change his approach here. Steele doesn't give a damn. He said, all right, you want to play around, you want to play games, that's all good. I will keep doing what I do.
Malik Brown, probably the more skilled striker in this match, would be best served using his strikes in this contest. Isaiah Steele, however, the powerhouse of this team, best served using power to his advantage.
You saw on display there, Steele, he tried to go to the strikes, and Malik Brown was able to counter hit one of his own. And look at that, springboard DDT.
And, oh my goodness!
Poison Rana there by the champion. Malik Brown now on the top rope. Double axe to the back of the head.
Malik Brown going for the pin. Zaya out at 1.
Off the ropes. There's the moonsault.
And Malik Brown known to use his knees to his advantage, especially that patented Jaguar knee.
And if he hits that, I mean, look. Isaiah Steele's one tough guy, but the Jaguar knee has taken down just about everybody. Wait, oh my God, Malik Brown hit the stroke.
Forward Russian leg sweep to his tag team partner, but it doesn't get the job done quite yet.
Interesting move there. Malik Brown maybe used the move out of a playbook of one of Isaiah Steele's heroes, but it was not enough to get the job done.
With this top rope, oh wait, Malik Brown might have waited a little bit too long. And Zaya still launching Malik Brown, the Internet Championship, off the top rope.
Oh dear God, look at these strikes.
Zay still has Malik Brown cornered in a precarious position, getting a running start and throwing his entire body weight against the Internet Champion.
Oh my goodness, into the spine buster, cover, but only a 2 count. You know, we mentioned earlier the accomplishments of Malik Brown. Obviously, he's been in this business for, quite frankly, a very, very long time. I don't know if everyone is aware of the fact, but he's been around for so long and has accomplished a lot. Zay Steele, he hasn't been around as long as Malik Brown, but he's not some rookie. He has accomplished a lot in this business. He's the current VW World Heavyweight Champion. He wants to be the AWF Internet Champion, already won half of the Call All-Stars Tag Team Champions. Steele is someone who has been taking everything that he wants.
Indeed, you gotta imagine it's probably weighing on him. You know, Malik Brown, arguably the more decorated competitor, arguably the more well-known, at least in terms of name recognition, out of the two. Zay Steele may be trying to break out tonight by winning the AWF Internet Championship, putting more of a spotlight on him.
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Popped him up into the Samoan drop.
Malik Brown, things do not look good for the reigning Internet Champion.
Now Malik positioned on that top rope. Able to block whatever Steele was looking to do there.
It looked like a Jaguar knee for a second, but I think it was a double front drop kick.
Oh my goodness, and now big kick to the back, into the cover, but only a 2 count.
Both of these men know each other so well. So much history between these two, but there can only be one Internet Champion. It's very well looking like it could be the determination machine.
Malik Brown walking into this one, the Internet Champion. Obviously, he's got the champion's advantage. Got to be the betting favorite in this one as he's delivering the knees to the head, but Steele holding on.
There's a boot right to the face, sending Zay Steele to the outside.
The referee begins his count. Brown taunting Steele, now off the ropes. Oh my God! Springboard Hurricane Rana to the floor.
Malik Brown using that agility, that athleticism to his advantage against the big man. Knocking his head against that ring post and sending him back into the ring.
Now up on his feet, but on the receiving end of that Shining Wizard.
And Malik Brown was trying to get more momentum running off the ropes and realized he didn't have a lot of room to work with.
Stomps to the midsection, followed that up with the elbow to the head. Things are looking good for the champion right now. And he could be looking to put it away.
We might not be in Jacksonville, but Malik Brown,
there it is.
Looking for that Jaguar knee, and he hits it.
And we're going to see Malik retain his title here tonight. Wait a minute.
Zay Steele saying screw you and Trevor Lawrence.
Somehow, some way, Steele able to kick out of the Jaguar knee. And look at Malik Brown going right into the Anaconda Vice.
Jaguar knee didn't do it, but this very well might.
He's trying to get Steele to pass out here or tap out, but Steele able to roll Malik off of him.
And it very well looked like Zay Steele was fading for a second, but that might have been a fake out on the challenger's part.
Malik Brown's beaten so many people with the Jaguar knee, not able to beat Zay Steele here tonight. Zay Steele still in this as he positioned him on that top rope and threw him off.
Zay Steele reveling in his handiwork as the crowd showing their admiration for these two well-decorated, well-traveled competitors.
Wait, hold on. Malik, he may have some left here. He's got him. He got the shoulders pinned.
1, 2, and wait, was that 3?
Steele able to get his shoulders up right before the 3 count.
That might have been the closest 2.999 count that I've ever seen. But nonetheless, this match continues. Oh, granted, not for long.
There's the frog splash, and that could do it. Two, but only a 2 count, and Malik Brown can't believe it.
And the referee took a little while to circle around, get himself in the position for the 3 count. That might have made all the difference between whether or not we had Malik Brown retain or this match continuing, which that seems to be the result for the time being.
Malik hit the sling blade, he hit the drop kick, and now the Internet Champion standing on the top rope. And it's over. Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
He caught him with the Reaper's elbow, and Malik Brown is out.
Knockout shot from Zaire Steel, but the Sovereign Death Machine is not done.
Second Reaper's elbow, and you gotta believe that's gonna do it.
Good ass game.
We have a new Internet Champion, and his name is Zaire Steel.
Well earned, hard fought. Zaire Steel is the new AWF Internet Champion, but take no credit away from the former champion Malik Brown. This was a brawl.
Absolutely a hell of a brawl, and Zaire Steel found his way out of this one. The new Internet Champion. Congratulations to Steel, a champion here in the AWF for the first time.
Likely the first of many for the new Internet Champion.
Cindy the Clown!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. With any rule, we'll break it. We're
As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our standing tall on the wings of my dream. Right.
And a road that's hit brand new life around the bend. There were times lost the our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CyberSlam. It is now time for the United States Championship to be defended, and what the hell are we looking at right now?
There ain't no way.
Well, I know there's a lot of people in the front office who can't be too pleased about this one.
And I'm not pleased about it either. Look, I respect Lewis Rivers as a competitor. I respect him for what he's done as Call Stars champion. I cannot respect him for wearing that filth on his torso.
From what I'm being told, Lewis Rivers, and this is according to him, these are not my words, he wants to be the United States champion, so he wanted to wear the jersey of, quote, America's team. So that's
Why isn't he wearing a Giants jersey then?
I don't know. You're gonna have to take that up with him. I just can't imagine if Lewis Rivers was looking to make any allies in the front office of the AWF. He certainly didn't do that. I've certainly heard a lot of foul things said about people who wear those jerseys. But regardless of that, Lewis Rivers, the other thing that he was wearing was the Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship. A championship that he is set to defend at Call All-Stars 15 against TJ Nicholson and John Blackwell. That also being a triple threat matchup. But tonight's triple threat, it's not about the Call All-Stars Championship. It's about Lewis Rivers trying to add to his resume. He's trying to win the United States Championship.
Lewis Rivers punched his ticket to walk in here as the Call All-Stars World Champion by defeating Adam Jackpot on Superstar Mayhem. And what was an odd match? I mean, like you said, Lewis Rivers is definitely a tougher opponent, but Adam Jackpot, he put forth a valiant effort, more than most people in this position would have.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously that brings about questions about, maybe we may see more of Adam Jackpot going forward based on what we saw earlier on tonight. You'll have to tune in Superstar Mayhem to get some more answers on that one. But what we do know is one of the competitors, one of the other challengers in this matchup is that man right there, the former United States champion, Scott McShannon.
The King of the North. Scott McShannon knows what it's like to hold the AWF United States Championship. Wanting to win that title back here tonight at CyberSlam. But he's got to go through not only the Call Stars champion Lewis Rivers, but a man who's going to be appearing very shortly, the United States champion Bobby Mitchell.
Yeah, Matt, you think back to glory days. Scott McShannon walked in that night, the United States champion. The man who walked out, U.S. champion, Bobby Mitchell. And then Scott McShannon, he went on to call All-Stars 14 last year, tried to win the World Heavyweight Championship from JMI. Who cost him that matchup? Bobby Mitchell. Then we had back at Carnage, Scott McShannon, he challenged Lewis Rivers for the Call All-Stars Championship. Lewis Rivers was able to pick up the victory. Scott McShannon, while he tried to get back some retribution on the King, Bobby Mitchell, trying to win back the United States Championship, Lewis Rivers said, hold on now. If you deserve a title opportunity, then I deserve a title opportunity since I beat you.
Which, to be fair, is a valid argument.
It's a very valid argument. And then, obviously, Lewis Rivers does what he does best and then hits Scott McShannon below the belt and dropped him. But, whatever you do, regardless of whatever happened, here we are tonight, triple threat match for that man's United States Championship. And the bad thing here for Bobby Mitchell is he does not have to be pinned to lose his United States Championship.
And we've already seen a member of the Daddies, oh God, I said it. A member of the paternal group of individuals lose their championship early. We saw Jeffrey Albritton lose the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Will Bobby Mitchell suffer the same fate to either Scott McShannon or the face of First Class, Lewis Rivers?
Yeah, that's a great point. Obviously, all three members walked in tonight with championship gold. One has lost his. One has their championship match a little bit later on tonight. Will Bobby Mitchell be able to find his way out of this one? Here we
This
go.
triple threat is underway.
You can see Scott McShannon and Lewis Rivers going right at it, and Bobby Mitchell said, all right, that's cool. I'll just mind my own business over here. Oh my God, brainbuster there by Lewis Rivers, and now Bobby Mitchell going after Lewis.
The champion picking his spot, but the face of First Class not having that, and Lewis just narrowly avoided what was probably going to be a gnarly headbutt from the King of the North.
Oh, a double suplex here by Rivers and Bobby Mitchell.
I mean, you've seen Bobby Mitchell and Lewis Rivers have issues of their own.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was Lewis Rivers who sent the shot to Bobby Mitchell at Uprising 100. He dropped him where he stood, and then Bobby Mitchell returned the favor on our last Superstar Mayhem and dropped Lewis with the super kick.
Indeed. And now Scott McShannon beating against the chest of Lewis Rivers. Well deserved for that Cowboys jersey, might I add.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make many friends after wearing that one. But look at this. Big powerbomb on the outside to McShannon.
Look at the champion trying to pick his spot. Smelling weakness. Throwing Lewis Rivers into the apron. Now tossing the King of the North back into the ring. Now Scott McShannon gonna watch the action unfold as Lewis Rivers drops the champion.
This is the tough thing about these triple threat matches. You have to look around and you never know who's coming after you. And that's why Bobby Mitchell was trying to eliminate that chance. Scott McShannon on the floor, cover in the ring, but Rivers able to get the shoulder up.
Indeed he was, and now Scott McShannon re-entering the fray as Bobby Mitchell. He's going to go for Razor's Edge, and no, Lewis Rivers instead hitting a super kick. And another one to the back of the head for good measure.
Oh, big lariat there by Lewis Rivers.
Oh, Vase of First Class seems to have this match well under control. Isolating the champion, Bobby Mitchell.
Oh my goodness.
Sit out pile driver from the Face of First Class. And Bobby Mitchell, to his credit, out at the count of one.
And now look at this, McShannon, he's back into the ring and he dropped Lewis Rivers with the snake eyes. But Bobby Mitchell breaking the fall up.
Quite narrowly, might I add. It was a few seconds away from no longer being the United States champion. Of course, Bobby Mitchell holding that championship since defeating Scott McShannon at Glory Days.
Now look at this. Oh my goodness. Showing off the strength. And he just threw the United States champion into next week.
Now the King of the North. Oh wait, Bobby Mitchell turning the tables as Lewis Rivers is watching this all unfold.
Now Mitchell setting up McShannon for the brain buster.
Bobby, Jesus Christ.
Big knee to the head. And that could do it. Is Rivers going to steal it? No.
Bobby Mitchell just got done hitting the Bobby Bitch Brainbuster. Lewis Rivers knocking Bobby Mitchell into next week with that knee. Oh, and there's Vince's Lewis Rivers with that foot rake to the face.
And Scott McShannon rolling to the floor. He's on the outside trying to recover after that brain buster. Now we have what essentially has turned into a singles match here between U.S. champion Bobby Mitchell and Lewis Rivers.
Lewis Rivers, a guy that had pleaded his way into this match, made his case, seems to have this well in hand. As Bobby Mitchell's out on his feet.
Big chops in the corner, and now Lewis sends Bobby to the other side of the ring.
Uh-oh, this does not look good for Bobby Mitchell.
Oh my God! Shattered dreams there, and folks, it's a triple threat match, so I guess it's fair game.
Indeed, Lewis Rivers trying to make sure that Bobby Mitchell can no longer be a paternal individual, so to speak.
Look at this! Hold on! Scott McShannon almost stealing it with that roll-up.
Scott McShannon nearly capitalized on Lewis Rivers in his weakest moment. But nonetheless, this match is still underway. Scott McShannon with a DDT.
Scott McShannon now going at it with Lewis Rivers. We saw them go one-on-one back at Carnage when the All-Stars Championship was on the line. Now battling out here as both men want to become the next United States champion.
Now face of first class. Landing an elbow on the King of the North and a super kick. And a rear super kick for good measure.
Wait, hold on. Partner breaker there by Rivers.
Now Lewis Rivers, are we looking at the next United States champion? And no.
Kicking the dust towards Scott McShannon, but McShannon up on his feet, hits the neck breaker.
And just thinking about something with that vertebraker, Scott McShannon was dangerously close to landing square on his head, adjusting himself at the last second, so most of that pressure hit his upper back. Most of that impact hitting his upper back.
Absolutely, and if he wasn't able to switch on the last moment there, that match probably would have been over.
Maybe even some medical assistance would have been needed for Scott McShannon.
Shannon now, he's got Lewis up. Look at this. Look at the strength of Scott McShannon here.
Lewis Rivers not a small individual by any stretch of the imagination. You got to wonder, where is the champion Bobby Mitchell?
He's on the outside of the ring, recovering after his balls got shattered. And that could shatter his hopes in retaining the United States Championship here tonight.
Bobby Mitchell might have to make a difficult choice between being a father and being a United States champion. Depending on who you are, the choice might be easy.
Right now, while Bobby Mitchell is contemplating his options, Scott McShannon is taking the fight to Lewis Rivers. And he may be looking to hit that flip DDT.
Gonna be lights out for Lewis Rivers. Lands that flip DDT.
Not going in for the cover though. Has something else in mind. Oh, he's looking for jackhammer. He's got him up.
And he hits it.
There's the jackhammer. Down goes Lewis Rivers. And now Bobby Mitchell back in the ring.
Oh, no. No.
He's got him. He's going to take it and hits the Hail to the King. That's got to do it.
Hail to the King. And Bobby has not won this match.
Bobby Mitchell thought he scouted it perfectly. He thought he came in at the right time, but Scott McShannon able to get his shoulder up.
And credit to the King of the North. Getting taken by surprise with a Hail to the King, but still fighting through the pain. You see the frustration visible on the face of the United States champion.
Now Lewis Rivers on the outside after being on the receiving end of that jackhammer. Bobby Mitchell now trying to find a way that he can hold on to his United States Championship.
It's just the history between these two men have been feuding for quite a while over the United States Championship, what it means to both of these competitors.
Scott McShannon able to block what the champion was looking to do and hits a clothesline that sends him down. Oh dear God. Oh my God.
Overhead belly to belly suplex. And Scott McShannon may not be the, most muscular individual, but he has deceptive strength.
Absolutely, very, very strong individual. Pound for pound, might be one of the strongest in the AWF. And now looking for another belly-to-belly suplex.
See Bobby Mitchell favoring his back, as those overhead belly-to-belly suplexes aren't doing him any favors. And now Scott just toying with the United States champion.
Now Bobby Mitchell on the top rope, looking to fly, but McShannon moving out of the way.
And wisely so, as McShannon his yet another clothesline. McShannon's been lights out with those clotheslines, and he's another one. And Bobby Mitchell slowly but surely to his feet.
You just dropped him there with that modified back suplex.
It goes back to that deceptive strength on the part of the King of the North.
Big boot in the corner. The United States champion is down. This could be the opportunity, the moment for Scott McShannon to try and put this one away.
They're just ragdolling the United States champion. Bobby fighting out of the corner.
Oh, big headbutt sends the champion down.
And just toying with Bobby Mitchell and just launching him overhead with that gut wrench.
And wait, Lewis Rivers is in the ring.
And sadly, it's all legal. Lewis Rivers with a low blow.
Right below the belt, as he would call it, a vertical chop block. And now he's got Scott McShannon up. Oh my God, just powerbombed him to the floor.
Just dumped him out like yesterday's trash. And that leaves him alone with the champion.
Look at this, he's got him up, he's looking for check cutter. He's got him in position. Bobby now, elbows to the head to get out of harm's way.
I was thinking cross-country kick.
Now wait, is he looking for a power bomb maybe? Oh no! Just dropped him into that check cutter from out of nowhere. And he got it.
And Lewis Rivers, the face of First Class, is now the new face of America. Ladies and gentlemen, your new United States champion. And, oh, there goes the ref.
Lewis Rivers wants to celebrate all on his own, and I guess he's earned the right to do so. He's the new United States champion. He tried to go for that check cutter, but he wasn't able to get it from the fireman's carry position, able to land it out of the powerbomb position, and now stands as the new United States champion. In addition to the Call All-Stars championship that he already has, more gold for Lewis Rivers.
Indeed.
God, this TV sucks!
もう愛だって恋だってなんだって呼び名なんて重要じゃないどんな理想も吐き出す冗談だでも愛とか恋とかそんなんじゃもう表現できないから本音を混じってかけるか迷って鬱陶しいなこんな My life
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CyberSlam. Now the Extreme Championship is about to be decided in a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
We have seen 3 championships change hands already. Will this man make it 4?
He may well do so as we await the challenger, AJ Young.
AJ Young is a man making a record 4th appearance at CyberSlam. A win here tonight will make him an unprecedented 4-0 at CyberSlam, but he has to beat a man who is making his CyberSlam debut here tonight, the Extreme Champion, TJ Nicholson.
Not only that, if AJ Young is able to pick up the victory here tonight, he would join a very short list of individuals as a Grand Slam champion.
A list that currently includes only Fisk and, ironically enough, JMI. AJ Young can further cement his legacy, but he has a tall task ahead of him, and in fact, he has a tall climb ahead of him.
Absolutely. AJ Young, he's been in the AWF for a very, very long time. One of the most tenured competitors here in this company, which is why he's been able to be as successful as he has been. He's been junior heavyweight champion. He's been tag team champion. He's been world heavyweight champion. Now has an opportunity to become the Extreme Champion. But he's got to go through that man. One of the most impressive individuals in the business today, TJ Nicholson.
TJ Nicholson, in order to win that Extreme Championship, defeated a man who just became the United States Champion, Lewis Rivers, at Glory Days. And TJ Nicholson will be seeing more of Lewis Rivers at Call All-Stars as he challenges for the Call All-Stars Championship.
Absolutely. That's as a result of winning the Call All-Stars Royal Rumble match at Call All-Stars 14. And if there's anyone who knows anything about the Call All-Stars Championship, it's TJ's opponent tonight. AJ Young, former 2-time Call All-Stars World Heavyweight Champion, Call All-Stars World Tag Team Champion. He's done it all at Call All-Stars. And now TJ Nicholson trying to make his mark, not only at Call All-Stars, but here in the AWF. He's got to get past AJ Young to get to that next level.
TJ Nicholson going up against Mr. Call All-Stars, arguably Mr. CyberSlam as well. And what a feather in TJ Nicholson's proverbial cap it would be to get a victory over a Call All-Stars legend, a Call All-Stars Hall of Famer, en route to a Call All-Stars Championship match in the main event of Call All-Stars 15.
It would be a massive, massive victory for TJ Nicholson and a big momentum shift heading into that matchup. TJ Nicholson, what he has done since he's gotten here to the AWF has been very impressive. What he has done since winning the Extreme Championship is even more impressive. A lot of people have been looking at the Extreme Championship in a different way, looking at it as a big prize. Clearly, AJ Young, one of those competitors, because he wants this championship. He wants it really bad, but he's got to get through TJ to get it.
He does always. Both men going for kicks. TJ Nicholson landing the first strike. And folks, remember, no pinfalls, no submissions, no knockouts. It is a matter of who can climb that ladder and retrieve the AWF Extreme Championship.
Absolutely. And then in these TLC matches, anything is legal. Obviously, we have the ladders, the tables set up on the outside, chairs. We've seen TLC matches before. They usually involve those weapons being used as that. Weapons.
TJ Nicholson going for a moonsault on the outside. AJ Young getting out of the way. And Philip, how ironic is it that a match that catapulted AJ Young into the main event is a match he finds himself in here tonight, but in a little bit of a different predicament. You know, the main event caliber performer that AJ Young has consistently has been more called into question as of late.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You think back to CyberSlam in years past when he won that Money in the Bank, went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Now here he is, obviously after that World Heavyweight Championship reign, beating the hell out of TJ Nicholson with that steel chair.
And folks, it is all legal.
Oh, he went for another shot, but TJ able to dodge it. Oh dear God. Oh my goodness.
Neckbreaker right on the entrance ramp as this match is currently favoring the champion. You know, AJ Young might not be someone that you typically associate with the Extreme Championship, but we have seen him go to quite possibly just unreal, in a lot of cases, despicable lengths to call himself a champion. Oh, TJ Nicholson with a table.
That moment it took to get that table allowed AJ Young to get to his feet and take TJ down. Now he has the table and using the table as a weapon.
AJ Young, no stranger to tables. We saw his match at Revolutionary War.
That's right. He utilized not only tables but ladders in that matchup at the time to retain his World Heavyweight Championship.
Now AJ Young with the modified face buster.
Onto that steel part of the ramp as well.
AJ Young, of course, coming off of a historic matchup, a matchup in which he won against Danny Hardy on Uprising 100.
That's right. Oh, the AJ now off the ropes. Oh my God!
AJ with the senton, sending TJ Nicholson crashing right through the table. And you see he is wasting no time getting that ladder. He wants to end this quick.
He's got the ladder in the ring, setting it up. That's where the Extreme Championship is, and AJ now climbing the ladder to try and get that championship.
See, a little gingerly, more gingerly than normal. That table might have taken a little bit more out of AJ Young than he's willing to admit, but oh, here comes the champion.
Nicholson up on his feet, now trying to knock AJ Young away from his championship.
And down goes the challenger.
TJ now, wait, hold on, he's on the top of the ladder. Oh my good God!
Frog splash from the top of the ladder. TJ Nicholson could have grabbed that championship, which is very well what he's looking to do now.
Might have been what he needed to get AJ Young down. Boy, hold on, AJ up on his feet, he pushed the ladder.
And electric chair.
AJ Young able to get to his feet to save this matchup. And now looking for the Garen DDT.
Garen DDT to the Extreme Champion TJ Nicholson. As AJ Young looking to win his third ladder match in AWF.
And you know, it's been a very interesting last several months for AJ Young. Back at Glory Days, he defeated Ben Hitman. Then it was back at the King of the Ring. He challenged for the AWF Championship, but he fell short. You mentioned Uprising 100. He beat Danny Hardy. And one hell of a match that was. It's been a lot of ups and downs for AJ Young, and tonight he's hoping it's going to be a big up to try and win that Extreme Championship.
And you've seen an unusual level of respect from AJ Young to TJ Nicholson. No, sneak attacks, nothing, below the belt, nothing out of the, proverbial moral playbook, if you will.
That's a great point. That as TJ used the ladder to knock AJ down, I've called a lot of AJ Young matches and situations, and when he has been in these rivalries, he has done some sickening things to people, but not to TJ Nicholson. He has shown respect to TJ Nicholson. He hasn't attacked him. He hasn't insulted him. He hasn't done anything like that.
AJ Young has admitted, as of late, he has not been focused. As of late, he's been, taken over by jealousy and envy. But he claims to be more focused than ever on becoming a champion, more focused than ever on becoming Extreme Champion.
And with that knife edge chop, as TJ was positioned on that ladder.
Now, speaking of the ladder, AJ Young knocking TJ Nicholson down, using the ladder as a weapon. And wasting no time grabbing that table.
Bringing it into the ring. TJ up on his feet. AJ went for the super kick.
TJ Nicholson out of their ideas. It is a DDT right on the table.
That was not going to feel good, folks. There's no break to cushion anything. He just went right onto the leg of the table, and oh my goodness, powerbomb by TJ Nicholson.
TJ Nicholson looking to do more with that table than just a DDT. And seeing AJ Young getting to his feet wisely, going back on the offense.
Oh, look at this. He hits the smoking gun. Down goes AJ. And TJ now, he has to get that ladder set up in the middle of the ring here. Try and win this match and retain his title.
And up goes TJ Nicholson. Reaching and grabbing for that Extreme Championship.
He's got to have it here. He's got to have it. He's going to retain his Extreme Championship. But AJ somehow is on his feet and he's on top of the ladder.
And landing some crucial shots to the midsection of the champion, TJ Nicholson. There's a big right elbow. The champion is down.
And notice AJ Young, he saw TJ Nicholson get to his feet, and he climbed down the ladder to try and keep TJ down.
You understand, when you're climbing that ladder and reaching for a championship, it can end one of two ways: holding that championship or a very long fall. AJ Young opting to go with the former.
I think he threw TJ into the leg of that ladder.
A little bit of payback from earlier, for sure. AJ Young with the T-bone suplex. Oh, grabbing that table one more time. Evil intentions on the mind of the challenger.
You mentioned we've seen a bit more of a respectful side of AJ Young over these last couple of months. But when it comes time for when the bell rings, AJ Young, he has shown he has no shame in bringing out that vicious side of him.
Indeed, AJ Young has ruined partnerships. AJ Young has ruined friendships. AJ Young has dismantled an entire family, all for the sake of being called the greatest of all time. As now, Jesus Christ!
He just smashed him face first into a table.
And TJ Nicholson is laid out, but as I say that, still somehow making his way to his feet as AJ Young again, Garrett DDT.
Nicholson down, AJ Young climbing the top of the ladder, and now he's looking to try and pull down the Extreme Championship. He pulls it down, AJ Young becomes a Grand Slam champion.
AJ Young trying to add himself to an elite group, and we very well may be looking at the next Internet Champion. But wait, TJ Nicholson with some shots to AJ Young's back.
Wait, oh my. Big power bomb off that ladder.
TJ Nicholson attempting to fold AJ Young in half. And TJ Nicholson opting to follow AJ Young out of the ring. I don't necessarily agree with that strategy, but Nicholson looking to inflict more punishment on the challenger.
I think you make a great point. I would, if I was in that situation, I would have just climbed the ladder, try and win the championship match. But TJ Nicholson has other things in mind.
I don't know, maybe it's just to throw the excitement of potentially getting a win over somebody of the caliber of AJ Young. But you know AJ Young's track record in championship matches. You know his track record in ladder matches. You have to go after that championship as soon as possible. Otherwise, something like this happens. Absolutely.
And that piece of that table falling onto TJ Nicholson. There's a lot of just broken tables all around the ring here. You know, we saw back at King of the Ring, TJ Nicholson was in a tables match. He picked up the victory. But now we're not just seeing one table, but several tables broken here at SiberSlam.
What a physically intensive match. I mean, TJ Nicholson, Jesus, just tried to take the head of AJ Young clean off with that clothesline. Is now
TJ now on the top of the ladder, looking to pull down the Extreme Championship.
And he very well may do it. But here comes AJ Young. And
Oh man, TJ Nicholson's still up there, but there's no ladder to support him.
This doesn't look good for TJ Nicholson whatsoever. Jesus Christ.
It looks like AJ Young observed the position that TJ was in and was just waiting for him to fall.
And what a wise decision that was, as now Redemption Road on the ladder.
Oh my God! And folks, if the pinfalls counted in this matchup, that'd be an easy pinfall victory right then and there.
Indeed, it would have.
AJ Young has a table set up, though.
This does not look good for TJ Nicholson whatsoever.
He's got TJ positioned on the table. AJ Young setting up the ladder, and he's climbing up. And you got to think going up there to win to grab the championship. Wait, what is he doing?
And oh, wait a minute, AJ Young! Jesus!
450 splash from the top of the ladder, crashing through the table.
AJ Young has done whatever it is needed to take to win a championship.
And he does it!
And AJ Young is not only the Extreme Champion, but adds himself to the list of Grand Slam champions.
AJ Young has done it here tonight at SiberSlam, pulling out all the stops, putting down TJ Nicholson, and like you said, now a Grand Slam champion here in the AWF. What a contest, what a match between those two, but AJ Young is the one who stands tall.
AJ Young improves his record to 4-0 at SiberSlam, and more importantly, leads SiberSlam as a new Extreme Champion.
Love the way you activate your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga wanting it so bad I'm about to pass out. When I dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes, time to fly about. Ain't you running the club? Oh shit, you got me feeling, body talking shit to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then here's a chance to an 80 on the
And ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here at CyberSlam, and the World Heavyweight Championship is about to be decided.
And here he comes, the former Call All-Stars champion, the former Junior Heavyweight champion, the man, the Big Mac. He's the man with the plan. He is the man with the brand. He is Ben Hopkins.
And he could be the next World Heavyweight Champion here in the AWF if things go his way.
Very much so. Ben Hopkins defeated Mo Houston to win the $1 Million Championship and immediately called his shot for the AWF World Championship. Called his shot for CyberSlam to face JMI and finally, hopefully, end this reign of terror.
You know, Ben Hopkins said part of his decision was not just what he wanted to do, but also he felt like that he had to save Superstar Mayhem from JMI. And you know what? I'm glad that somebody's looking out to try and save Superstar Mayhem. JMI has been running a reign of terror since he won that championship, doing whatever the hell he wants, and Ben Hopkins standing up to him.
JMI, as annoying as he may be, you gotta give him credit. He's beaten Scott McShannon. He's beaten J-Crack, granted by nefarious means. But he has been impressive as AWF World Heavyweight Champion, and there's no taking that away from him.
Absolutely. JMI entering this matchup, the third member of the group that he calls the Daddies. The other two have lost their championships. Bobby Mitchell lost his United States Championship. Jeffrey Albritton lost his Junior Heavyweight Championship. JMI entering this championship match with a lot more pressure than maybe that he had at the start of this broadcast.
Indeed. This is for all the proverbial marbles. If JMI loses here tonight, he not only loses the AWF World Heavyweight Championship, but he loses control over Superstar Mayhem. Jeffrey Albritton, Bobby Mitchell, and JMI collectively lose control over Superstar Mayhem.
Absolutely, and they have craved that control and power, which is why they have been able to do what they have been these last couple months. Ben Hopkins, he's been on the receiving end of multiple beatdowns because of that. But he's made it to tonight. He's made it to CyberSlam, the challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ben Hopkins, JMI, they're both here. JMI not alone though. He has Don Martin out here with him. Obviously, those guys, they have a several year-long friendship and relationship dating back to the Kings of COD days. Now realigned once again, and you gotta wonder how much a role does he play. Obviously, he tried to play a role earlier on tonight in the Junior Heavyweight Championship match, but it actually backfired. Will it work in this match?
Only time will tell. This, folks, is our main event. The Ben Hopkins brand. JMI.
Wait, hold on. Look at JMI trying to get the quick win here.
JMI trying to pull a fast one over Ben Hopkins, but the Big Mac having none of it, and JMI wanting none of Ben Hopkins.
That was a very interesting counter to the favorite pose there. Ben Hopkins, he likes to do that, and JMI, great counter, but now you can see he's talking to Don Martin, talking over strategy, taking his time.
And that is a luxury that the champion has. Wait a minute.
Springboard drop kick.
Drop kick. I was just saying that's a luxury that the champion has. If, JMI were to get counted out or disqualified, he still leaves CyberSlam as the AWF World Heavyweight Champion.
And from what I'm being told, talk about that point in just a moment as Ben Hopkins hit a favorite pose right to the face of JMI. Apparently, there has been a late change. General Manager Ben Hitman, I just got the word now. Apparently, the competitors were told just prior to this match starting, Ben Hitman has instructed the referee to be very lenient with the rules here tonight. No disqualifications, no countouts. He wants a winner. He does not want this match to end by countout or disqualifications.
But see, I would argue that in a way favors the champion JMI. You got to imagine that opens the door for Jeffrey Albritton, Bobby Mitchell, and Don Martin, who's already at ringside, to interfere and influence the outcome of this match.
You know, that's an excellent point. And from what I'm told, Ben Hitman also has instructed. Hold on! Oh my God! Just threw his ass into the face of JMI, and that could do it. Only a 2 count. Apparently, there will be no interference allowed in this match. Suspensions will be delivered to anyone. Again, folks, I'm getting this just now. Suspensions will be delivered to anyone who interferes. Don Martin is only allowed out here because he has a manager's license. That's according to Ben Hitman. He is laying down the law. He does not want JMI to pull any tricks tonight.
Well, that changes the dynamic entirely as Ben Hopkins missing a super kick and JMI landing one of his own.
And you gotta wonder. Like I said, these two guys were told prior to this match beginning, when we were in commercial break, that's when Ben Hitman passed word on to Ben Hopkins and JMI. And you gotta wonder, these guys have probably been planning strategy for several weeks now. How much did that change their plans?
It might change JMI's plan more than Ben Hopkins. Ben Hopkins more than capable of winning on his own. As JMI going for a pin on Ben Hopkins. Dragon suplex doesn't get the job done, but Ben Hopkins, we've seen more than capable of winning matches on his own. JMI is capable of winning matches on his own, but chooses not to.
You know, that's a good point. JMI, you know, I have to bring it up every now and then because sometimes when I'm honest about JMI, it gets misconstrued. JMI is very talented. You know, he hasn't gotten this far just based on luck. He is very accomplished because he's very good. But JMI chooses to take shortcuts. He chooses to do these dastardly things. He doesn't have to do these things. He can do these things on his own. He chooses not to. And that's why myself and others say the things that we do about JMI.
And JMI, again, one of the most decorated performers in AWF history. He's a Grand Slam champion, former... Oh, as he gets a pile driver on Ben Hopkins. He might continue to be AWF World Champion. But Ben Hopkins somehow out at 2. And JMI beside himself after that pile driver.
And he thought he should have had it.
But he did not have that drop kick, because now Ben Hopkins. Hurricane Rana from the challenger. As I was saying, JMI, a well-decorated performer. He's been United States champion. He's been internet champion. He's been tag team champion with the man on that ringside apron. As Ben Hopkins with a neck breaker.
JMI, he's also been the $1 million champion. The $1 million championship is Hopkins hits the Poison Rana. That is the key that got JMI to Glory Days, which he went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Ben Hopkins, he got this match because of the $1 million championship. The very move that made JMI the champion could be the move that leads to his downfall.
And how sweet that would be. JMI has been nothing short of a menace the last decade. And while I don't always agree with Ben Hopkins' arrogance and attitude, I agree with him on this one as he is tuning up the brand.
There it is. Down he goes. Super kick lands, but only a 2 count.
Ben Hopkins landing that trademark super kick.
Now Hopkins heads onto the top rope. What is the former junior heavyweight champion looking to do?
However, JMI had it scouted.
Oh my goodness. Pump handle driver into the cover, but only a 2.
You know, JMI clearly frustrated, just stomping away at the challenger. You know, we've seen this before from JMI. Oh, come on.
Well, you know, it's Ben Hopkins. He's known for showing off, but JMI also very well known for him showing off. I mean, he just put on a headlock, and that's what he had to do with it, instead of just locking it in and trying to pick up a submission victory.
Indeed, JMI, incredibly arrogant, incredibly cocky, but he has been incredibly successful as the AWF World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh my God, look at these stomps to the head, Jesus.
Ben Hopkins having enough, sweeping JMI under his feet and landing a few elbows for good measure, knocking JMI silly, and rightfully so.
Super kick to the midsection there. Again, JMI going back to the face of Ben Hopkins and now dragging it into the mat.
JMI would be best served to keep this match at a slow pace. The quicker of a pace this match gets, the more it favors the challenger. Ben Hopkins, no stranger to taking things to the high rent district, no stranger to going full voltage, high speed.
No champion. Uh-oh, he's looking for that headlock driver, and he got it.
The headlock driver might do it.
He's won so many matches with that move in the past, and he might do it here.
1, 2, and no. Also, Philip, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ben Hopkins might be busted open.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if it was that headlock driver. I don't know if it was something else that JMI did. But you're right. Ben Hopkins bleeding in this World Heavyweight Championship main event match.
I imagine that's going to negatively impact the challenger. And JMI with a face buster, trying to open up that wound even more.
And it looks like that wound is somewhere around the eye of Ben Hopkins, and if that gets into his eye, that's going to make things very difficult for Hopkins to see. Jesus, belly to back suplex there by the champion. He's fired up. Things are looking good for him right now.
JMI knows he's in control, and again, just trying to make the cut worse.
That's the thing, there's no sympathy here from JMI. Someone else may have some respect there, not trying to make an injury worse. JMI doesn't care. Now he's telling Ben Hopkins, bring it.
JMI taunting the crowd. And just disrespectful, slapping Ben Hopkins in the face.
Well, he's talking a bunch of trash, talking trash to Ben Hopkins. Hopkins hits the elbow to the head. And he drops him. Hits him with the favorite pose.
And JMI kicks out of the favorite pose at 2.
He sends him into the corner. Oh my goodness. It hit it in the corner as well. Down goes the champion. But now, how does he capitalize?
He capitalizes with the mass appeal move of friendship.
Only a 2 count, and you can see we got a shot there of the face of Ben Hopkins, almost picking up the victory. But you can see that cut getting even worse.
And Ben Hopkins with some close fists right against the skull of JMI, maybe trying to bust him open a little bit.
Ben Hopkins, no fan of JMI. We've heard the words exchanged between these two over the course of the last several weeks. You know, there's a lot of harsh feelings on both sides between these two.
Harsh feelings indeed, and it's playing out in this championship match. As now Ben Hopkins reverse STO and JMI.
Oh man, I see some blood on the face there of JMI.
I do as well. I was saying JMI, I was like gripping his forehead very closely, but you could tell, oh yup, that mask is crimson.
And you know, Ben Hopkins, he remembers just a few moments ago, JMI was trying to open up that wound even more. And now he said, okay, that's fine. I will do the same to you. Wait, hold on. Descent of Madness.
Descent of Madness, the one move we get to see in this match, and JMI is out at 2.
A move that has led Ben Hopkins to championship victories, but JMI able to find his way out of it. And now Ben Hopkins getting a little bit of an extra warm-up, doing a couple push-ups on the back of the World Heavyweight Champion.
Ben Hopkins proving he can show off a little bit too. He can showboat a little bit too. He can make a champion bleed a little bit too, as JMI is perched up on the top turnbuckle.
What is he doing here? Oh my god! Backbreaker using the top turnbuckle instead of a knee, as usually is the case with a backbreaker.
And now Ben Hopkins going up top.
What is he looking to do? Look for it. He looked to fall right onto him, drop all his body weight, but JMI was able to get the knees up and down. Pile driver.
Well, JMI hit another pile driver at some point in this match. 2 might be what does it.
He doesn't go for the oh my god.
No.
Not this way. Don't do it.
No.
He's done this before.
No.
Don't.
Oh, thank God.
Ben Hopkins getting the shoulder up. Thankfully not falling short to the overdrive.
Now JMI landing a drop kick. The challenger might very well be in trouble.
JMI talking some trash, now talking to this capacity crowd who does not want to see JMI retain his title here tonight.
Yeah, he knows it's a very anti-JMI pro-Ben crowd, so he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And what is this? He's got him up. Oh my goodness, electric chair. Drops Ben Hopkins. Hopkins looks like he's in for a world of trouble here. Things are not looking good for the challenger.
No, they are not, Philip. As now JMI grabs a waist, belly to back suplex.
JMI taking his time here. He sees things are looking good for him, and he's looking to try and do it at his pace so he can retain his World Heavyweight Championship. The closeout SummerSlam here tonight.
JMI methodically just picking apart Ben Hopkins.
Oh, lumbar check connected. And that's gotta do it.
Lumbar check. Might have JMI walking out of here. Still still the world champion. But Ben Hopkins managed to get his shoulder up at the very last possible second.
And JMI can't believe it. That's the move that won him the championship. That's led him to retain the title several times. And now he's exchanging some words. He's asking for something from Don Martin. And wait a minute. He's got the vegetables.
And Ben Hopkins is bouncing them off of his ass like a dodgeball.
And he dodged that strike. And now JMI in trouble, setting it up.
Descent to madness.
The cover.
1, 2, we have a new AWF World Heavyweight Champion.
Ben Hopkins has done it here at CyberSlam. JMI brought everything to the table. He brought all of his best moves. Headlock driver, lumbar check. He even brought the goddamn vegetables. But Hopkins was able to dodge it all. And he stands as the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Glory Days was one of the darkest days in history when JMI won the AWF World Heavyweight Championship. Ben Hopkins here tonight at CyberSlam is restoring honor to that championship, restoring balance to Superstar Mayhem, and ending the reign of terror that is JMI.
CyberSlam marks the downfall of the daddies, marks the downfall of JMI's reign of terror, and the start of Ben Hopkins as World Heavyweight Champion. My goodness, folks, what a night it has been. So many new champions crowned. John Black was still the AWF champion, but he has Brian Stone waiting for him, and we have a new world champion in Ben Hopkins. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. We will see you all on Uprising.